Sweaty cup. The longer you live in Thailand, the more quirky you'll notice it. Like, things will pop up and you'll be like, huh? WTF? Why did they do that? Those kind of things. So, since I'm a fairly lazy guy, it took me a while to get around to doing it. Actually, I did kind of do something of it, but I put it on the wrong pipe at first. Um, and then this time I didn't have the right part, so I had to go back out to the store, which is just a short walk down the street. And, oh, 200 meters maybe. Short walk, not far. Everything I needed, but they didn't have half-inch tees, half-inch pipe tees for a blue water pipe. So they gave one of their people 100 baht, and they took off on the motorcycle up the road to where there's a proper PVC store at the end of the village. She brought me back as many as I needed. They didn't have any, so she brought back like 25, and I purchased 3. Anyway, when we first moved in, the water supply to this house was coming from here. Yeah, that's about 30 centimeters into the ground. They put a shutoff out there. And then the pipe was going into the house, the bathroom. On that side of the wall is a shower, and the other side, hongnam, or toilet and sink. So the problem was that the water meter is all the way up there at the end where the wall ends. And that's where the city water should come in. And there is a connection from there, but there was no water coming through. So I'm not sure how they figured out there was water here, but they did. I'm not sure why there's water there. And when I asked, I realized that it was better not to ask. Again, one of the quirkiness of living in Thailand. It's just the way it is. So you really just need to chill out about it. So somebody in my family, I think I know who, decided the way to fix it was to connect a half-inch blue pipe and run it all the way out to the meter and then all the way back and there. But they had to go from 3/4 inch pipe down to half-inch. Again, why? It would have been easier to just do it all 3/4 inch pipe, but that costs more, of course, so I guess the reason why was to save money. It's not really a big problem for us because, well, it's not. I have a 500-liter water tank and a pump on the other side. Mainly what this just does is feed the 500-liter tank. It does feed a couple outdoor outlets too in the front, and this one. I had put it here, but the glue I used was substandard and it started to leak after a while. So I did was tie into this pipe with a 90-degree, went up to another 90, a T, which they had to go find, a shutoff valve for the main water supply, and then back in. That shutoff valve is from the meter into the house. I had put that in by accident. I'm glad though that I did it this way because now I don't have to get on my hands and knees to turn the water off when I'm working on something or just because I feel like it. And I put this bottle washer in to wash bottles because one day I want to make my own ginger beer. I cannot get that to open. I'll need a wrench. And then I put this in. And now I can finally fill in that hole, knowing that that pipe is there, and there's a shut-off valve there, but now I don't have to worry about it. I can shut off here. If somebody ever wanted to connect into the water supply there, they'll have to dig that out or wait for the water supply to go off in the village, which it does that once in a while. But since I put the tank in the pump and I don't know when it doesn't interrupt our service at all. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Our garden is growing pretty well. Our durian tree is growing. Something's been munching on it, not sure what. But anyway, otherwise, it's definitely durian, and it is growing, just slowly. We planted it this year. I'm pretty sure the soil pH is probably not exactly what it wants. But we'll see what happens once the rainy season is over, which I suspect is any day now, if not already. We do have clouds tonight, and it looks like maybe rain, but I don't know. It was raining when we were in Bangkok, raining when we were in Hua Hin, but we've been back 2 days now and no rain, which is fine with me because easier to work on a rice field house when it's not raining. So we've got some raspberries that we planted, so we put this fencing in here to support them. Whether they'll grow much or not, I don't know. And either way, they'll be transported to the rice field house, transplanted when we move there. Anyway, like I said, quirkiness. Why did they do it that way? Why did they have to do it that way? No one knows, but they and who they are, I don't know. Have a good day.